everyone, and welcome to another video by Teacher Jeff. Today, I'm going to show you how to create all the materials you need for a fun game called Remember and Replicate. This is a great game that'll help develop those skills that your child will need just to be able to follow patterns and to visualize them in real life. So, what we're going to need to do first is make Play-Doh. Not an actual Play-Doh recipe. This one is really simple, but it won't last very long. It's just 2 ingredients. It's flour and water. So, to get started, just need a little bit of bowl. Put some flour in it. Oops. That's a lot. I want to put some back. My hands are clean, but I'm also the only one who ever uses this flour. So, it doesn't bother me. And now, for the water, don't get too crazy. It's a tiny little juice cup. I'm only going to pour a little bit in at a time because you still need it to be a dough, not like a batter. So, mix it up. Also, I have a towel right next to me just in case it gets a little too messy. And you just want to mix it until it comes together and looks like Play-Doh, honestly. So I put a little bit more water in. Sometimes if it starts off looking a little dry, like it's coarse crumbles, then you pretty much have it at the right consistency. You just need it to be something where you can mold it and shape it without it sticking to everything that it touches. So I'm almost there. If you can see, it looks like coarse crumbles, a little bit more water. I did not start off with too much. And I may have poured in too much water, but we'll see. Maybe we can sing a song while we're doing this so that there's not just a bunch of dead air. Are you ready? I had a baby turtle, his name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water, he ate up all the soap. And now my baby turtle has bubbles in his throat. Bubble, 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 pop. Perfect. So, I have a ball of dough that I'm going to use to play with. Play-Doh. Like I said before, this isn't an actual Play-Doh recipe. This will dry out and not be able to be used for much longer. But if you have some extra flour and you want to just do something real quick, this is perfect. And you know what? It starts off a little rough and a little bumpy, but the more you play with it, the smoother it'll get. So I made a big mess right here, but that's okay, because learning is fun. All right, so I'm gonna put away my flour. My hands are a little dirty, but that's okay. The next thing you're going to need is a piece of paper and some scissors. If you have scissors that are appropriate for your children, definitely have them do this. It's real simple. You just take it, you cut out a couple of small squares. 1, 2. Excuse me while I get the one that fell. All right, on this square, you're going to draw a picture of a hand. Doesn't have to be anything too astounding. Hands are hard to draw. So I'm gonna start with a thumb, and then an index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. I'm gonna wrap it all around. Oh. Next up, this one's even easier. Ready? Check mark. All right, and now, one more piece of paper. You're going to make the board. The board is going to be very simple. You might want to make 2 or more, depending on how many people are going to be playing with you. For the board, you're going to draw one line and another line to kind of separate the board into 3 different parts. At the very bottom of it, you're going to draw an arrow that goes across from one side to the other. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Like so. You're almost done. There's one more piece you have to do. A big circle that's filled in. And you know what? It doesn't have to be a circle. If your child already knows circles really well, make it a triangle. Make it a square. Throw a curveball at them and make it a rectangle. All right, oh, you have one. That one's for me. This one is going to be for whoever is playing with me. If we get lucky, we may see my little dog wander around over there. 2 lines, circle in the top corner, and an arrow at the bottom. Now, like I said, this game is called Remember and Replicate. And that's how you play it. You make 3 shapes with your Play-Doh, cover it up, give your child some more Play-Doh, and have them remember and replicate the pattern. So let's go through it right now, shall we? First of all you need is your board. This one right here, the arrow should be close to you. That means the board is right side up. If your friend is playing across the table from you, you will give them their board, and that arrow will be close to them. You can't see it right now because no one's playing with me. Take your Play-Doh. I'm going to split mine in half so that I can use half and my imaginary friend can use the other half. Right now, this is the tough part. This is about self-control. It's about self-regulation. That Play-Doh belongs on the circle that you made on your friend's board. So if you can see right here, I'm going to take it, put it on the circle, give it to my friend and say, I want you to watch. Watch first, okay? I'm going to make 3 shapes and I'm going to put them on my paper, and it's going to be your job to remember those and then later on replicate them. What does replicate mean? It means to copy it. Ready? I'm going to make a meatball. I do this by taking my dough and spinning it around, 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 around. And I'm going to place it on my board at the start. The end of the arrow is right here. The start of the arrow is right here. That's where we're going to start. Now I'm going to make a noodle. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to roll, 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 roll. These verbal cues help your friend remember which shapes you're making. Noodle, can you see it? And I'm going to place that on my board. Last up, I'm going to make another meatball. Ready? Around, 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 around. Ball. I'm going to place it right here. Now, here's where the game gets tricky. Take your towel. I'm going to use this towel later on to clean my hands as well. And you're going to cover up your board. And now, here's where the hand card comes into play. As soon as that hand card goes down, right here, let's see, I'll put it right here so you can see it. That is the cue for all of your friends who are playing to try and replicate the pattern that you just made. So, give them their opportunity to try and replicate it. Perfect. And now, the hand card goes away. If the hand card goes away, it means hands are not on the Play-Doh. If the hand card is here, it means hands on the Play-Doh. Hand card goes away, and out comes the check card. As soon as that check card is down, you lift up your pattern, and you see if your friends achieve the same pattern. That's all we have for Remember and Replicate. You can do whatever you want. You can make patterns, you can do different shapes. If you can make a cube out of Play-Doh, do that, because it's Play-Doh. You play with it. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you have a lot of fun playing this game. Bye.